All right, what's up, you guys? We're going to be talking about who can possibly be the next one to beat Sean O'Malley and take his title from him. We got Pedro Munoz, number 15 on the rankings here. Honestly, Pedro Munoz is too small. He is too small. Even if they were the same age, he is too small. He's almost 10 years older than Sean O'Malley, and they already got into that fight the first time, and I don't think he stands a chance, honestly. It was ruled a no contest, but I believe Sean O'Malley's better everywhere by quite a bit, and honestly, he's even better. Some could say he's better on the ground, but overall, he's definitely a better martial artist, and he's too big and too skilled. He can stay away from Pedro and pop him like that. Munoz is just going to get tired and shell up and act like he's quitting on everybody. So we already know what's going to happen with him. So too old and too small. Next up, we got Ricky Simon, or Ricky Simone. Either way you want to say it, but this dude ain't that great. Honestly, he ain't that great. I've put some bets on him in the past and been sadly mistaken. He's all right, but does he stand a chance against him? I highly doubt it. Let's pull up his stats real quick. All right, let's see. Yeah, another 5'6"er. No way, no way. These guys are 5'6" on a good day as well, and O'Malley is damn near 6 foot tall. It's just almost unfair, but I don't consider it unfair. But it's almost unfair how tall he is. But if you can make the weight, then it's fair game. That's honestly the way I look at it. But then we got Mario Bautista. Let's take a look at him. No chance. There's no chance. I mean, his record is pretty good. He's a hardworking fighter. I mean, he hustles when he's in there, and he's all right. Against the average guy, he's going to win, but he can't beat these top guys. And honestly, he could go to another division or another promotion, and we wouldn't even notice. Eventually, we wouldn't even notice. We'd just be like, oh yeah, Mario Bautista. Forgot all about him. But another like hardworking guy, but he's not a premier fighter, to be honest with you. Jonathan Martinez. This dude's pretty good. He always surprises me, but he's not that great either, to be completely honest with you. Kind of a strange duck as well, but I don't know. His fighting style, he's more known for the kicks and things like, more so the head kicks and going for like more unorthodox type little things like that. But he reminds me of like, what's the Pokemon, Hitmonlee and things like that, where he kicks more and he doesn't punch. And is it Hitmonchan that like punches? Yeah, it's more like that. He's more like Hitmonlee. And I don't see him, I don't know. He might just break the top 10 just because these other guys are getting old. He's better. I'd say he's better than the other guys that we've named so far, as the rankings would indicate. But, I mean, he possibly could beat a Dominic Cruz on the way out, who's rated a little bit too high. Or even, let's see, maybe even Rob Font on a good night. Kyler Phillips on a good night. He could be, but I don't know. He's just not, I would say, top 5 material. And for that reason, I would say no. He's not going to offer a challenge to Sean O'Malley. And I don't even know if he would get up there. It'd be almost a miracle for him to get up there. Next up, we got Dominic Cruz, who I feel like is kind of hanging around there just because, you know, the company loves him. Dana White must love him, even though he pops off all the time about different things. He's not that good anymore. He wasn't even that good whenever he fought fucking Cody Garbrandt back in the day, whenever Cody was styling on him and all the footwork shit. That shit is ridiculous. Like, it's too much. You're doing too much, bro. Especially in this day and age, that's just wasted motion and calories. And then somebody who's good at picking up rhythm is just going to see what he's doing and then pick up on that and then move right when zig when he zags and wham, you know, just knock him out. Somebody like Sean O'Malley could easily do that. Dominic Cruz we're going to start seeing him lose fights badly. We already saw him get head kicked with the broken nose to somebody who, you know, O'Malley has beaten now, that being Chito Vera. So I just don't, there's no way. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, because we all know that Dominic Cruz stands no chance. He's on his way out, one foot out the door and the other on a banana peel. Next up, we got Kyler Phillips. Kyler Phillips, I expected big things out of him. I still see him being pretty good. Did he and O'Malley pop for steroids and their buddy and all that? But I don't know. I could see him being pretty good. Definitely an athletic dude. But let's see. I could see him being like a Rob Font. I could see him possibly beating a withered Davison Figueiredo. Way withered, though. He'd have to like wither a little bit more. I could see him possibly beating Vera, especially now with Vera's confidence slacking super hard. And then, I don't know. I can't even imagine him really facing Peter Yan or anybody like that yet. So Kyler, they're friends. I'm gonna hold off on that one. I could see him right now, no chance, I would say. I say O'Malley's a little bit too long. Let's see, how tall is Kyler? I forgot. Let me go back here. 5'8". So he's a lot shorter than O'Malley as well. And I think that would just play in too much. O'Malley really takes advantage of the length, and like O'Malley's, they have the same reach though, surprisingly, but O'Malley makes it work for him and ducking out of the way and everything else with his body. So that would be a good fight, but I got to give it to O'Malley. And then we got Umar Nurmagomedov. He's one of the first guys so far that I could actually see posing a threat. And I think O'Malley knows this because he's already mentioned him on the Joe Rogan podcast. And so that just the way he was talking about him made it seem like he's a little bit worried already. And he's definitely on the radar. O'Malley's like, yeah, I haven't watched any of his fights and things like that, but I want to fight him because of the name. And be careful what you wish for, because that could be his undoing eventually. We know that those dudes don't play around. They take this stuff serious. They've been caught with PEDs, not that O'Malley hasn't himself. But they just got a lot riding on this. You know, O'Malley's, he wants to have a lot more fun. That's less of a thing for them. They like to have fun too, but they're just eating, I don't know, they're just doing things a lot more different than the American fighter. Not that that's a bad thing, because American fighters always seem to find a way to get it done as well and be unorthodox and have purple and pink hair and everything else. But I could see Umar posing a threat. He's powerful, and we all know O'Malley is like a paper tiger at times, or a glass cannon, you could say at times, because it's like more so his body. And then we saw him get flash knocked out as well in the Cheeto fight. So, excuse me. So that's going to be an interesting one. I could see Umar possibly being the dark horse coming up and taking over. Rob Font, I'm going to give him no chance. Too old. He's on his way out. 1 foot out the door. And, you know, it's his time to start declining, I believe. He's a great fighter, great boxer, has hands. Let me check his height real quick. I forgot his height. I know he's shorter than O'Malley, though. Let's see. 5'8". Yep, another short dude. Comparative to Sean O'Malley. No chance, just getting old. You know, he isn't that great. Umar's better than him for sure. If they fought, Umar's going to win. But it's like, so I'm going to say no. No chance for Rob Font. He's going to start declining and going down on the board. No offense. It happens. Song Yadong, I can see him, I can't see him beating O'Malley either. I just think he's too short. And he just doesn't have what it takes, I believe, skill-wise. Because O'Malley's just going to play the long game with him. Yeah, 5'8", another shorter guy. O'Malley's got like 5 inches of reach on him. And honestly, Yadong's record ain't that great. It just ain't that great. I thought it was a little bit better than that. Especially being as high as he is on the board there. But very interesting. This division's a little bit top heavy, I would say. Let's see. Okay. All right, next up we got Davison Figueiredo. Davison is good. He's obviously powerful, was powerful even at the lighter weight class, but I don't see it either. I do not see it either. A once great champion, but his light is fading as well. He's one of these guys like Rob Font or who else? Pedro Munoz. You know, they're kind of like fading out. Even Henry Cejudo, a little bit, you know, is fading out. And I don't know. I just don't see them being able to overtake the current champions, even though he was a champion before. Great fighter, super fun to watch, wiry. The Moreno Wars were great. I had a lot of fun watching those, but he's too small as well. He's too small. He's moving up to this division. O'Malley's kind of cutting down to this division, and he doesn't have what it takes. He just does not have what it takes. Too small. Henry Cejudo. All right. Henry, a once great champion as well. The king of cringe and all that. But I don't think he has what it takes either. Henry's tires have finally, the tread has finally gotten to him, and it's time for him to be done. Just about. I mean, he might be able to beat some of these other guys. Like maybe if you pair the old men up together for the senior brawl. But other than that, I don't see him beating any of the young guys. You know, he did not look very good in his last fight. And he's been in the game a while, and he's retired, and then went into coach mode, and you can't just shift gears like that. Your brain just goes, okay, I'm gonna be a fatty on the couch for a second. Oh, okay, no, I'm gonna get out there again. It's just when you're up against somebody who's doing it constantly, there's not really much of a chance against somebody like that. So with Henry Cejudo, I'm gonna say no chance in beating O'Malley, and that's that. Marlon Vera. Well, we've all seen what happened last time, so they are 1-1 now. But something was different about the first fight. You know, Vera had a fire under him. He was fighting to win, fighting not to lose, however that saying goes. But he just fought a different tenacity. I think Vera did see that O'Malley got better and better, and he thought, well, did I get lucky with that kick? And kind of he does this a lot, but he never fully puts the pedal to the metal and like lets it all go. He'll try a little bit harder, but he's just got to go balls to the walls, and it's just like he doesn't do that. He'll just sit around, and it's like the end of the 5th round, and he's like, you're like, what the fuck, bro? Like, go for it. But anyway, number 3, I'm gonna say no. I think the next time that they fight, if they ever do, it would not go Vera's way. But I worry about it because I just don't think that Vera's in a good headspace. He's super salty about that, and I just worry about him spiraling into some losses right now. But we'll see. People like Max Holloway, they can surprise you, so you never know. Next up, we got Peter Yan. Honestly, I think he's too small, and I think whenever that whole thing about O'Malley's got to be younger than him, right? Let me see here. Okay, not by much. Peter Yan just seems so much older than him. Okay, we'll scratch that. But I just feel like he seems like older too compared to O'Malley for some reason, and he's a lot smaller. And we saw what happened last time, and I just think that their brains are going to download it differently, and O'Malley's going to be able to do more next time than he did this time. And they always say like the younger fighter mostly wins the fight when they do a rematch, no matter what. So it's just if they've already won previously. So with all that said, I think that I think O'Malley takes it again with Peter Yan, and this time I think that he could knock him out. And we'll see what happens though. But I'd say Peter Yan does not have a chance against O'Malley. So far, we only have Kyler Phillips is a big maybe. He's got a lot of work to do. Umar, I'd say that's the first person I'd give him a serious test out of this whole list so far. And that's it so far. Okay, next up we got Corey Sandhagen. Corey, I don't think he has what it takes either. I just think that he's a bit too salty about everything. And there's something wrong with his mentality. It's almost like he's always going to be a bridesmaid instead of a bride, if you've ever heard that expression. It's like he's always going to be second best, and you could just see it. I can't just see him being the champion, just carrying around the belt, being like, yeah. Something in his mentality just keeps him at like silver or bronze, and I could just feel it. I'll eat my words if he does become champion, but I can't see it. And he almost works too hard. I think I wrote that down here. Yeah, he just works a little bit too hard. He's not as good as O'Malley. He's kind of a whiner. He cares about it a little bit too much, because you can't just, it's almost like a middle ground in a way. Like, if you care too much about something, you're going to stress yourself out about it, not sleep, do the wrong thing, you know, your stomach hurts, all kinds of shit, whenever you need to chill a little bit too. And that plays into why I think O'Malley's a good champion. Not that he's like goofing off a lot or anything, but there's a nice mixture. You're not just stressing your body out full of cortisol, is that the right word for it, all the time, and just breaking yourself down. Too much pressure could be a bad thing as well. So yeah, I don't think Corey Sandhagen has what it takes. He's a great athlete, great fighter, but I don't know about him. Maybe he should have been a kickboxer, but he's a great fighter and he's in the top 5. So what am I talking about? I'd say no chance against O'Malley though. Merab, all right, I'll give Corey a somewhat chance. I'm gonna put him in the Kyler Phillips category. Okay. I'd say no, but maybe. And then the next up we got Merab. Now Merab, I think that he has a slight chance. Obviously the hands, they're not even comparable. Merab doesn't really have hands in a way. He's got like that stiff boom, 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 boom. He almost fights like an old dude. Or somebody's dad out there, you know, just like trying to muscle you down the whole time and smiling at you and trying to break your will mentally and physically. Let's see. Merab could win with pressure via decision, but are they really going to let Merab be the champion as well? I mean, the Dana White privilege plays into it, you guys. It really does. How many fights have we seen be super close and then Dana White privilege? John Jones, Dom Reyes, all kinds. There's just the list is endless. But Merab's super durable. He's like a trusty old car. He'll get you home no matter what. The wheels will fall off. The bumper's going to fall off. You're still getting there, and you're like, yep, old faithful here. But then you got O'Malley, who's like the exotic sports car. One little thing goes wrong, and the thing's out for a week or two, you know. Has to go to the special shop or rehab to get everything fixed. So Merab, I'd say, has a chance as well. So out of everyone that we've named here, I'd say Merab, Umar, Kyler, and there was somebody else, wasn't there? That might have been it. So Merab, Umar, Kyler. I could have swore there was 4. Maybe I'm tripping. And Sandhagen was a maybe, I think. Merab, Corey, Umar, Kyler. Okay, yeah, that was it. I almost forgot about Corey there because I almost don't even consider him a possibility. But the most likely I would say is Umar. So we'll see what happens. O'Malley's a great champion though, and he's a great fighter, honestly. Besides, his biggest weakness for me would be that he's just too weak at some points. I don't get this. Like, I've seen this before, like playing sports and stuff. You'll have somebody who's super good at a certain thing, and then like one of their weaknesses is so crazy and glaring, and you're just like, man, that person would be unstoppable if they didn't have that weakness. But that's just part of it, I guess. So we'll see what happens, and thanks for watching.